Hello students, so I am I Govindraj, Assistant Professor, Department of CEC, CK College of Engineering and Technology, Kadalur. So today we are going to see the important concepts in data structure as abstract data types. Okay, these are the objectives present in the abstract data types. What is abstract data type? Examples of abstract data types, models, and the advantages of abstract data types. First, we are going to see the what is data structure. So, data structure is a way to store and organize data so that it can be used efficiently. So, already we had discussed the concepts called data structure. So we can able to store our data, organize our data. Organize is called should be stored in the randomized order, sequential order, so that it can be used efficiently, because we can able to access our data, we can able to modify our data, we can able to delete our data, we can able to replace, that we call as modifications. Okay, that we call as an use it efficiently. Alright, there are two ways of looking at data structures. First one is called as a mathematical, logical, abstract models views. So before going to the abstract data types, we have to know about the what is mathematical, logical, abstract models and views. So mathematical is called as an based on the equations, a certain algorithm should be solved. We have to follow the logical views of a certain algorithms. So abstract is called as an based on the functionalities and implementations, and the next one is called as implementation details, that we call as functionalities. Alright, that is the two important ways looking at the data structures. Alright, so why we are going to the abstract data types? We having a problem solving with the computer means processing data. Processing is called as an accessing, okay, and retrieving a certain data. To process a data, we need to define the data types. So already we had discussed the data type concepts, that we call as an primitive data types and then user defined data types. We having primitive data types called as fundamental data types, that is integer, character, float, double, long, that we call as an primitive data types, or else fundamental data types. And we having a certain operation that belongs to a data types to be performed on certain data. If you are going to define a number 1 2 3, that should be act as an integer. 1.1 1.2, that we call as an a floating point values. If you are going to define a b c d, that we call as an a characters. Like that, they are going to perform the different operation based on the data types. Alright, so next one is called as a definition of abstract data types. What is abstract data types? So abstract data type is called as a user defined data. We can able to define our data. Alright, abstract data types are called as entities. Entities called as an objects that are definitions of data and operation, but do not have an implemented details. Okay, abstract is called as an it going to define only the functionalities to the user, and that do not have an implemented details should be hidden from the users, that we call as an do not have an implemented details, that we call as an abstract data type. Abstract is called as an they are going to hidden certain implemented details from the user, and then they're going to display only the data and its operations, that we call as an abstract data types. Okay, the real world examples of an abstract data types, take an example for a smartphones. Okay, this we call as an example of an abstract data types. Already we are having a two part of an a data structure. One is called as an mathematical, logical, abstract model as well as views. Second called as an implementation view. Okay, what is abstract logical view called as an, if take an example for a smartphone, the smartphone of having certain feature that we call as a 4 GB RAM, they're having a certain processor, Snapdragon 2.2 GHz processor, 5.5 inch LCD screen, dual camera, Android version 8.0, that we call as an abstract logical views, that we call as a feature of a certain smartphones. Okay, that will be displayed to the users. They are having a functionalities, that is called as an operations. They are having a certain operations, these are called as a data. Okay, call, we are make a call to a certain persons, text a certain person or message a certain person. We can able to view a photos, we can able to play a videos, that are called as a functionalities or operations inside the smartphones. And then they having implementation details, that we call as an should be hidden from the users. Okay, this is visible to the users, this implementation part should be hidden from the users. Okay, they having a C++ programming. They having class followed by class name. They having a two different types of access specifiers. One is called a private access specifiers and is called as public access specifiers. In private access specifiers, we can able to define our data, that is data types. Okay, one is called int RAM size, string a processor name, float screen size, int camera count, that is called as dual camera, two cameras, string Android version number, that is Android 8.0 or Android 9.1, 10, like that. Okay, next is this operation can be displayed to the users, that we call as, and we can able to call a person, we can able to text, that is called as messages, we can able to view a photography, we can able to play videos inside the smartphones. Okay, this is called as an abstract data types. These are real world examples. The same example can be defined in the data structure. Take an example for integer array. Okay, here I am going to define four different values present in an array. One is called as an 10, 20, 30, 40. What is array? Array is called as a collection of similar data items that should be stored in a contiguous memory. Okay, we having a array size as 4. The index position as starting index position is 0, 1, 2 as well as 3. So each index position we have to store a similar data item, that is called integer data type. One is 10, 20, 30 as well as 40. If you are going to store a certain data values, they are having a memory address that should be unique, 1000, 1004, 1008, 1012, because we are having integer occupies 4 bytes. Okay, 1000, 1004, 1008, 1012, and then if you are going to store the fifth element means 1016, like this goes on. We are having two different types of looking structures. One is called as an abstract or logical view, second an implementation. Take a real-time example for the smartphone. We are having abstract logical view is called as an, what are the operations we can able to implement in the arrays, that we call as a store a set of element in int type. Okay, we can able to store a set of elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like this called as, and we can able to store a set of elements of integer types. Second one, read the element by position. We can able to read the element by the position, that is 0th position, first position, second position, third position, based on the index. Third one called as modify the element by the index. We can able to replace an element that we call as a modify. Okay, if my index position is 1, the value stored in the array is 20, we can able to replace the first index position as 50, means we can able to modify an element by index position. Perform sorting techniques. What is sorting technique is called as, we can able to sort and either in ascending order, descending order. Okay, this should be in the ascending order. If you are going to store in the descending order means 40, 30, 20, 10, that is good descending order. Performing sorting. These are the various operations present in the integer arrays. Okay, this should be displayed to the users. Okay, these are the datas and then operations or displayed to the user, that we call as an ADT. ADT is called as an abstract data type and entities, and is called as an real world objects. Alright, they do not have an implementation details. The implementation details should be hidden from the users. Okay, the same thing, implementation view. Here I am going to define as an int an array size is 5. Okay, the total size of an array is 5 elements. Starting index position is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That are the 5 elements. That is n minus 1. Okay, inside that I am going to store the 5 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can able to print an element, that is cout array of first position. What is first position? The 0th position. This is the first position. They are going to print the value as 2 here. And then if you are going to modify an element based on index position, array of 2, 0th position, this is first position, this is second position. The second position, the default element is 3, the default value is 3. We can able to replace third position, that is second position, 0th position, first position, second position as 10. We can able to replace 3 by 10. Okay, this detail should be hidden from the user. That is called as an abstract data types. Another one is called as an the basic functionalities of an abstract data types. Abstract data type is called as a class for object whose behavior is defined by a set of values and set of operation. The value is called as a data. and an operation is called as a functionalities. Okay, the exact definition of ADT, what operations are to be performed, but not how those implementation details that we call as an operation should be hidden from the users. It does not specify how the data will be organized in memory. It does not store how the data should be stored in the memory, and what algorithms will be used for implementing the operations. Okay, they did not show their memory locations. They did not show the operations that we call as an algorithms will be used for implementing the operations. It is called as an abstract. So abstract because it gives an implementation independent view. Okay, that does not show the implemented details to the users. They are having independent view. Independent is called as an operation. They are having an arithmetic operation, having an addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So each operation can be performed as an independent. Next one is called as the process of providing the only the essential details. Essential details called as they are going to define the variables and functions or parameters that we call as providing only essential details, and hiding the detail. Hiding is called as implement details should be hidden, that we call as an abstraction. Have you understand? Okay, next one is called as a model for an abstract data type. Inside the ADT, there are two different parts of the model. One is called as a data structure, another is called as operation. Okay, this we call as a data structure, another is called as an operations. Okay, this operation is called as a public operation as well as private operation. They are having an application program. This application program can act as an interface between ADT and the data structures that we call as interface. In public operations, we are having a different types of things. That one is called as an array, another is called as a record, collection of a file, and then called as linked list, stack, and then queue. Like this goes on, that we call as a data structures. These are the two different types of information that is called as a data structure. Okay, and this is called as operation. Inside the operation, they are having public operation. Public operation means they can able to display the functionality to the users. That is called addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, insertion, deletion, modification, replace, sorting, that we call as a public operation. Private operation is called as which type of algorithms we are used or you are used. Okay, that should be hidden from the users. Okay, that we call as a private operations. Okay, this is called as application program, that is called as based on our user programs. That is called as a model for an abstract data type. Okay, what are the advantages of abstract data type is called as? We are having three advantages. One is called as a modularity, second a reuse, easy to change the implementation. What is modularity? We can able to divide our component into equal parts, that we call as a divide our program into smaller functions. Okay, a program is called as an arithmetic operation that should be having a different functionality, that is called as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And then easy to debug and maintain. We can able to compile our program, identify the where error will be in the certain operations, certain function, that we call as easy to debug and maintain, and then easy to modify. Okay, we can able to modify quickly as possible. Group of works. What is group of works called as? We can integrate together and find the best solution. That is called as a group work. And reuse. Reuse is called as we can able to reuse the function again and again. That is called reuse, like act as a recursion. So do some operation only once. Okay, we can able to define the certain operation, that is called functionality. We can able to call the function again and again, that we call as reuse. Easy to change the implementation. Okay, we can able to change the or modify a certain part of the program, that is called transform to the program. These are the advantages of abstract data types. Okay, the next one, the various types of abstract data type. The abstract data type can be used in various types of concepts in data structure. One is called linked list, another is called as an stack, next one queue, trees, graph. Okay, and then map, and goes on. These are the various locations our abstract data type can be used. Okay, based on the linked list, we can able to store our data and replace and search operation, insertion operation, deletion operation. Okay, these are the various types of operations present in the list. Stack also we can able to push as well as pop. Okay, queue first in first out, that is called as an front end, and then rear end. Tree operation by having a different days of nodes, we can able to replace a node by another node. Identify the root structure. Graph, we can able to travel cells from shortest path, that we are called as a graph. These are the different types of abstract data types. Thank you.